14, yeah. You used to say you in love. I used to say sit back. Thinking that shit from the heart. Now look where the fuck are we at? Oh, you got me just going up back.
Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. I know, it's been a while, but in today's one, I got you with how to successfully ban evade and just not get banned properly. Now, I can't say I know everything, and I can't say this will 100% work for you because I don't know. It's really up to you and how you choose to stay undetectable, how you choose to hide your identity, hide your information, because that's really what they're doing. They're tracking you across accounts, they're tracking you across emails, they're tracking you across addresses, they're tracking you even against different computers. They're even in cheating servers, cheating Discord servers, websites. These admins, these anti-cheat developers, they're like, even some Discord servers have a feed that shows anytime anyone gets banned or a Rust update, etc. And they're tracking this, and a lot of them are actually in these cheating servers. They know that these cheats exist. They know about them, and they watch you. They see that you buy them, and they track these things. They know these things. Now, Steam, the app, this is one example. It tracks everything. It's got your IP, it knows where you live, it's got every game ban you ever got. You make a new Steam account, you think you're in the clear. It's a new Steam account. Like, you might have even used a VPN when creating the Steam account. Well, I'm sorry to say, buddy, but like, Steam still knows, and it knows about your all the accounts you ever made under their under their program. Now, this is far from the only app that does this. Honestly, every game launching app also does this. They track your information. It's in their TOS that they can do this, and you can't stop it. But what you can do is limit the amount of information they are getting from you. Now, how do you do this, you might ask? For one, email. What email you use to create these accounts is very important. Don't use a temp mail, and stop using fucking Google. For the love of God, stop using Gmail. When you delete a email on there, it's not actually deleted. You can search it up and find the deleted email. All the fucking cheats you ever bought is just right there for the world to see, and it's just a very stupid thing to do. And now you know. Find a email provider that actually gets your shit and fucking permanent deletes it, or use some unknown fucking email provider by like some Russian guys. They'll sell your information and shit, but they'll sell it to the Chinese or some shit. They don't fuck with the Americans. You can use Proton email. I'm pretty sure that's a good one that keeps your shit secure and safe. I highly recommend using Proton Mail. Don't connect it to a Gmail or Lookout. Just use Proton Mail by itself. I highly recommend doing your own research when it comes to this sort of thing and find something secure for you. Like I said earlier with the Russian shit, you could use some random Russian fucking website, fucking email, or Chinese or whatever. And it really doesn't matter because you're just going to be using it for your cheating needs, your anonymous needs. It really doesn't matter. Just never use one of those emails as your main email. Now, this is also very important. When you create the email, use a residential VPN. You can use Tuxler VPN, which is a free residential IP VPN, but when using that, it's also allowing other people on the VPN to connect to your internet, to use your IP for their needs, so they could be torrenting off it, they could be cheating off it, etc. So it's a risk because this VPN allows other people to connect to your IP, to use your IP as a VPN, and that's what you're doing. You're using other people's IP as your VPN. So it's risky, but if you want a free option, I suggest Tuxler VPN. There's also many other paid VPNs that offer residential IPs, which if you're not broke, I suggest buy a premium residential IP VPN. And this is not optional. I cannot stress this enough. This is not optional. You need a residential IP VPN when you're making any sort of account, a email, a Steam account, fucking Epic Games account, Riot Games account. When you're purchasing something off G2G, use your fucking make a burner email every new purchase off G2G or whatever the accounts. When you purchase an account, when you purchase a cheat, always use a VPN. When you're doing all of these things, so, and always use a different IP with the VPN every time. Now, when you purchase an account, make sure it's in your region. Like, if you purchase a Steam account, all the accounts you're going to be purchasing, they're going to be purchased. They're making them in a different country where it's cheaper, and they are selling them here in America. for USD, and that's why they're so cheap, or they're stolen. One of the two, but you need to make sure it's in your country because let's say Rust, the server admin, they'll look into your Steam account and they'll see it's not from where you are now or not from where your IP on your residential VPN is coming from, and that's one red flag alone. Like I said, it's really just a process of elimination. They'll look through all these things, they'll see what email you have, they'll have a lot of information on you. They'll get all this information. I can't say how they're getting it because honestly, I don't fucking know. There's websites, there's trackers, there's different ways. When you join a server, they have access to your IP. They can look at your Steam 64. They can put that in through websites and see other accounts that were also made with that IP or other accounts connected to that Steam account. So if you're purchasing an account, you never know how many things are already linked to that account. You never know. So in a way, even though it's more expensive, it might be better off to just buy the game straight off Steam with your your email that you made from whatever provider you chose and your VPN. And whenever you log on to that Steam account, that Riot Games account, that Epic account, always have your VPN on when you launch the app, or have it like you want to check, make sure it's not starting up on boot, or even have your VPN start up on boot. Another thing we have to look at is OS, the operating system you are using. I probably 80 or 99, like 89, 99, a lot of you, a lot of percentage of y'all watching this video right now are on Windows. Now it's a good OS. It's very fucking bloated and a lot of spyware. Even I suggest if you're on Windows, use a custom OS. And when you download any sort of cheat or any program, look into it. Don't just search up fucking Rust cheats, Valorant cheats, and just like see, oh, there's a good price or has lots of features and buy that. No, really do your research. Maybe even talk to the guys. Join the Discord server. Talk to them, like blah blah blah. But keep in mind, these admins, these anti-cheat developers, they're in that shit too, most likely, and they're watching. So keep that in mind. But find a good, actual good software to buy when you're going to cheat, and really think about it before you purchase. Another factor is the Discord account you're using when you're in these cheating servers. Make multiple Discord accounts for cheating and different needs. You should never ever join any sort of unethical Discord server or anything like that with your main Steam account, because when it comes to Rust or any other game, maybe on a DayZ server, if you ever get a PC check or anything happens, just they can see what servers you're in. A lot of these admins, bro, they're in the servers themselves, so all they gotta do is just look at your profile and they see that you're in the fucking cheating server. They're just in it to see if you're in it, and they'll see if you're in it. Now back to the operating system. If you're using any Windows operating system, first off, 11 until it gets better, don't use 11. And even like I said, you have to have a custom OS when it comes to cheating. Get Ghost OS 10 or Kernel OS 10. You have two options. Choose one. Do your research. Choose which one you like better. It has to be one of those. If you're cheating, well, it doesn't have to, but if you want to stay undetectable, use one of those operating systems. No spyware, very light, and yeah, that's just use one of those two custom OS. And essentially, what they are is just Windows 10 stripped down. From all the bloatware. It's literally just a Windows 10 stripped down. It's not like Linux or like a completely different OS. It's just Windows 10 stripped down. So if you got confused there, that's all it is. Nothing to worry about. I'm not telling you to install a new OS, but this is the next part: installing a new OS. Linux, yeah, as much as I hate on it, honestly, Linux is pretty good for cheating and staying undetectable, staying anonymous, especially with DMA on Linux. It's good, so I have to give it that. Consider using Linux cheats and being on Linux. Now back to process of elimination. Let's pretend you just made a brand new Steam account that you created with a name you never used before, like your username, and your account, you used your residential IP for making the email, and you're using Proton Mail for it, and you're using the residential IP when on the Steam account or even launching the app. So your real IP never gets, Steam never knows your real IP, and you purchased Rust, you purchased it for the full price under this new name with the residential IP. You join a Rust server and you play a wipe, whatever, and You get off, join back on, but you relaunched your residential IP VPN, but you connected to a different residential IP than you did last time. Now the admins, let's say you get reported or something happens or you just randomly spectate you and they look at the join logs, they see, oh, you joined with this IP, but then you joined this other IP an hour later or a day later. Oh, you're on a different IP. They'll instantly know right there he's using a residential IP. He's not using the same. It's his IP is changing. That's another red flag. That's suspicious right off the bat. They're gonna start spectating you. They're gonna start doing research. They're gonna start looking through your shit. And if you didn't hide everything correctly, they're gonna find something, and you're gonna get banned for suspicious accounts. Um, or right off the bat, they could just ban you for the VPN. The IP changing, they'll know you have a VPN. Most of all servers on Rust um, ban VPNs for that exact reason, ban evading, and they'll ban you off the bat just for that. Also, when it comes to cheating on Steam or any other launcher, you never want to use a name you cheated in the past on. Always use a new name. If you slip up, then they'll connect the dots. Oh, same name, and that will be more suspicious. That wouldn't be enough for them to ban you over it, but that's just another red flag. Process of elimination. Oh, boom, they have this on you, they have that on you. It adds up. It adds up. So you want to be careful when you choose your in-game name. When you choose a name, you also want to stick with it. Don't change your name. They can see every name you had in the past on that specific Steam account. So they can tell if you change your name. You could be like, if you're playing Rust, oh, like I didn't want them to find where I live, so I changed my name. But it's still like they consider all of these factors. They know about it. They consider these factors, but still, you want to be careful when you change your name and try not to do it too much. Now that we went over how like the ways they detect you, the ways that they know these things, and the ways to avoid them, I'm gonna go over understanding these cheats programs in the Windows operating system. If you're a cheater, you need to understand how these things work. Understand the spoofer you're using, how it's worked, the VPN, what is it doing, how is it actually working, your operating system, how does that work? You need to understand these things if you want to cheat. You need to actually understand these things and not be ignorant and just cheat. You need to actually understand these things because having a good understanding of these things helps you stay undetected and actually know what you're doing to your computer. It's actually more important than you might think. You might just not care about these things, but you should. They help you a lot. So spoofers, what is it? What does it do? A spoofer is it will spoof your computer, change your HWID, your MAC addresses, your hardware serials that is assigned to your motherboard, your GPU, your CPU, the adapters, your internet adapters, your screw-on things, whatever. There's a number assigned to all of these things, and when the anti-cheat bans you, it uh, takes these identifiers and puts them in its database. So anytime you try to make a new account, join without spoofing, changing these identifiers, it will ban you. I'm sure you already know it. It's very simple, very basic knowledge, but I'm going to explain to you how these spoofers actually do change these identifiers. The admins cannot see these numbers. They do not know them, but the anti-cheats do know them, and the guys that made the game the guys that make the anti-cheats, or if the guys that made the game also own the anti-cheats, and they do see the identifiers. But the admins themselves, they don't know these identifiers. That's not why you're getting banned. The anti-cheat is what keeps banning you over the identifiers. Now, that's only you getting game banned. Now, if you're getting server banned off certain servers, that is the admins, and they are banning you over other reasons like I talked over earlier. Now, I will tell you 3 spoofing methods. There's EFI spoofing, rootkit, which is a kernel level driver that is loading before your computer even boots, so it's spoofing before your operating system even gets to load fully, which is actually extremely OP and the best type. Besides EFI, EFI actually does the same thing or a similar thing. And then there's kernel level drivers that load when your Windows is already loaded. Now, when purchasing a spoofer, I suggest purchasing a spoofer that uses a rootkit. It's also extremely dangerous because you don't know what this kernel level driver is doing. They could be doing horrible things to your operating system or getting information off you. It could be spyware, but if they are legit and it is actually doing what it is supposed to be doing, it's extremely overpowered. It's very hard to detect
Since if done right, it's actually booting before the anti-cheats kernel of a driver is even being loaded. So it's already spoofed, it's already done its process. So there's nothing for the anti-cheat to even really see. It's already got the new identifiers on your computer, and that's why it's so overpowered. Now, if not done right, the driver can be detected and the serials could be detected and it could be flagged from patterns in the serials, different identifiers, etc. So when purchasing a spoofer, like I've said, find a good one. I do suggest my spoofer. My spoofer uses actual real hardware serials that you would actually see on like motherboards. It use real identifiers for MSI, Gigabyte, Asus, Dell, etc. It uses real identifiers that would actually be there. So when you look at your serials, the anti-cheat sees your serials. It shows as real patterns, so like an actual serial instead of the serial showing up as fucking 12359 or some shit. It looks like real identifiers. I use the EFI method. I have an EFI rootkit on my spoofer, which is pretty UD. It's pretty good for what it does. Of course, I'm saying this because I want people to buy my spoofer, but you can really just buy whatever you want. Choose whoever you think is best, whoever can give you good support, whoever keeps you undetected. Just choose a good provider. Now for residential IP VPNs, how does this work? Well, I can't really say for all because all is different. But when using a residential IP VPN, instead of using a normal VPN, which goes to data centers and you have the same IP as everyone else, a residential IP routes your internet traffic through a IP address assigned to real homes, like actual addresses, real homes by the internet service providers and ISPs. So they're using real ISPs, real homes, real IPs. Rather than data centers. This keeps your location real and stops, like, let's say, Rust servers or websites from blocking your internet traffic, blocking you from the website, etc., because it's coming back as a real ISP, a real IP. So it stops them. It stops them from detecting you on servers. It stops you from detecting you on games. And it just looks like you're just a normal fucking user. Rust servers have plugins that has a database like a text document or like a JSON file of a bunch of static IPs, a bunch of data center IPs. So when you join off a VPN that's not using residential IPs, the plugin will block you and say VPNs are not allowed because it's a known VPN. It's a known VPN database, and that's why you use residential IPs. Stops you from being blocked and helps you ban evade. There you go. I just taught you everything you need to know how to ban evade properly, things to look out for, how the Rust admins find you, how they detect you, how they keep banning you over and over again. Now you should, after watching this video to beginning to end, you should understand these things and be able to easily ban evade. And fuck, these admins not gonna catch you again, bro. Just legit cheat. Hey, if you want to be legit, stop cheating. Well, you can do that too. Just you still have to use the methods I taught you in this video. But hey, they ain't gonna fucking detect you if you do it right. And yeah, if you like the video, please fucking sub to my channel. I got more for you, more cheating videos, of course, more videos like this one. Hey, you need support, you want to purchase my spoofer, you just want to have a chat, fucking join my server, link in bio, link down below. You want to comment, you need support, like I said, comment, I'll answer your fucking comments. But you want to hop in a VC and have a chat or need more information or none of this, like maybe something isn't clear to you, fuck, I'm down, we'll hop in a VC, I'll explain everything you need to know. And yeah, like, sub, fucking bye.